and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Drawing with Mr. Sepulveda. I'm Mr. Sepulveda.
And I'm Milania.
And we're continuing to count down the 12 days of Christmas by creating 12 days of Christmas art. In yesterday's episode, we drew Max the dog from The Grinch. Milania, can you let the viewers know what we'll be creating today?
Yeah, so today we're going to be creating a monster Christmas tree folding surprise.
Awesome, a monster Christmas tree folding surprise. That sounds exciting.
Yeah.
What materials will we need?
We're going to need something to draw with. We're using Sharpies, and then paper and something to color with.
Awesome, and something we're coloring with today are alcohol markers, but if you don't have alcohol markers at home, you're more than welcome to use crayons, colored pencils, paint, anything that you feel most comfortable with. So go ahead, pause the video, go grab those materials, and when you're ready, come join us for a little bit of Christmas art. Alright guys, so we've got our paper here, and we're ready to start our folding surprise. So we are going to hold our papers vertically, right? We're holding it tall. And we're going to pull these papers back to the edges. So we're going to try to line up our corners as best as possible. And then we are going to just crease them. So I'm going to crease it on this side so that our paper is folded in half. Oh yeah, look at that. There you go. Okay, next thing we're going to do, we're going to take this top flap and we're going to fold just the top half back to these corners over here. Okay. Now that we've got these creases, we're going to turn the papers over. Let's just turn them over just like that. And then we will fold these forward, okay? So we're trying to line them up again. This will be the last fold that we do. And when we feel like it's a good spot, we will just crease the paper. Just like that, good. I'm going to pull this one back. Yep. And I'm going to flip it over. So that whenever we have our picture, it's going to be opening like that. So we should have 4 sections on our piece, okay? All right, so first step is to draw the present. Milania and I were just talking about this, but we probably need a ruler to try to keep things a little bit straighter on the present. But you don't have to, you can freehand the whole thing. And how long do you want to make this about?
I'm not sure. Whichever looks best.
Okay, cool. So let's go. Let's go. I'm going to start off maybe 1, 2, 3. I'm thinking about maybe 4 inches max for the base. And I can already tell you guys this right now. Milania and I have 2 different presents, which is going to be so much fun. Okay, so even though they're the same length, look at where she put hers. So her base of her present really big, mine really tiny. This is going to be great. Okay, so we're going to make 2 straight lines going from here to there. Okay, we're going to put one going up to just about that corner, just about that edge, and we'll do it to this side as well. Okay, just like that, good. All right, and then we got to do the tops of the presents, okay? Usually the tops of the presents are a little bit longer, right, or a little bit wider, right? So I'm going to do the exact same thing, except instead of 4 inches, I'm going to make this maybe about 5.
Wait, what? So would I go from
So I'm going
9
from 3 to
5?
8. Instead of, you know how you did 4 to 8? I'm going from 3 to 8.
3 to...
Ooh, you put it upside down. I like that too.
What should I do?
That's smart, yeah. So like for you, so you can go from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay.
Okay.
There.
Perfect. Okay. Mine's a little off, but that's okay. Mine's a little, what I would call janky looking, right? But I'm going to bring this line straight down. But I'm not going to go over onto this side. Try to make sure you don't hit that over. Okay. It destroys the illusion. And I'm going to bring this one down as well. Could have made it straighter, but you know what? My box is a little dented because I have a tree inside, okay? So that's completely okay. I'm looking at my boxes a little bit more like wonky, but you know what? That'll be okay. That'll be okay. I think presents look kind of cool when they have a bow on them, so I'm going to just put like a bow. We could do like a simple bow, or we can do like kind of one of those like ribbony bows. Which one would you like to do?
Can we try the ribbony bow?
Yeah, sure. So when I do a ribbony bow, I start off with like a little loop. And then I do another little loop. And then I do more little loops in between them. Kind of like that. So I did like one over here. Yep, I did one over there. There you go. And if you want more, you can put another one over here. Another one over here. I always like these like floral looking ribbons. Like they kind of like string off everywhere. And that's kind of what I like. I don't know why. Yeah, cool. And what else do we need? I'm thinking we might need wrapping paper on this present though.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do this. We could do some patterns here. I've seen patterns with like swirls, with circles, with diagonal lines. What do you want to do?
Diagonal lines.
Diagonal lines,
Because then
okay.
it'll look like a candy cane.
Oh, I like that. So let's go ahead and take care of that. So we got our presents. I try to move mine around a little bit. I gave mine like a stripe pattern going up and down, and I love how Milania ended up on the diagonals. So I just kind of left mine up and down on this one. Okay, and we're gonna open these up, and with our presents, we got to close part of them, right? So that the bottom part of our present is closed off, and the top part of our present is closed off as well. What I think I'm going to do is I'm actually going to extend this just a little bit above. Just a little bit, not a lot of it. I'm gonna stretch this box just a little bit above, just like barely coming out of there. And then I'm gonna use this ruler to give myself a straight line to close off the bottom of the box. So kind of do that. I'm gonna be as careful as I can. There we go. And then if you did a pattern like us, we'll have to just continue that pattern. So I'm just gonna stretch that up as well. There we go. Okay, cool. And then for this box, I think I'm actually just going to close it where it is. Just because I have like a really big top box, I'm just going to kind of close it on that line. So I'm just going to take this ruler and try to measure out wherever that crease is, and just kind of draw on that line as best as I can. Alright, so now we got a top and we've got a bottom. Alright, now it's time to start our tree, right? And so what we'll do is, instead of putting a point up here, like the top of a tree, I want Milania and I to kind of color it up with our alcohol markers. Because I don't know about you guys, but I find it hard to do a tree without doing like one of those crisscross things. And you'll see that in my coloring stage, but we'll kind of show you that after, okay? So we're gonna start off with the edges of the tree. So I'm gonna start off with going like diagonal here, close to the top, but not at the very top. Good. And I'm gonna have the other one go down here, just like that. Okay, and I don't know about you, but I think trees are really like prickly, so I'm just going to put a couple spikes on both sides, just like that. Perfect, good. And then usually I like mine in layers, and so I go bigger as I go down, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm going to go ahead and put out my tree coming downward with like maybe extra spikes. So it's kind of rounder with 3 extra spikes on this side. And then I'll kind of do the same thing on the opposite side. And it doesn't matter what directions you put the spikes, because pine trees kind of just have them going all over the place, right? There's like little needles if you ever get like pricked by them.
Oh yeah.
Right? Yeah, absolutely. And then I'm gonna give it one more layer. I like doing them in 3s. So this one will be my biggest layer. And I'm just gonna kind of make it extra spiky towards the bottom. And then same thing over here. Oh, I like yours. Yours like going there. I make mine a plumpy monster tree, but I like yours. I'm also just gonna kind of close it off on the bottom. Just kind of putting some wiggles, right? So this way I can kind of put its like, I would say feet, but I guess it's just a foot since it's just a tree trunk, I guess.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm just gonna put one tree trunk right over here. Boom. Just by making like these 2 little lines. That thing's gonna hold up the entire tree monster. And I'm thinking, do you want a scary monster or a cute monster?
I want a cute monster.
All right, then we're gonna do a cute monster, okay? And you don't have to at home. If you wanna make it scary, make it scary, but we're gonna make them cute. So we're gonna go ahead and do 2 round eyes.
Should they be big or small?
That's actually up to you. You can make them huge, you can make them small, make them medium size, whatever it is you want, okay? I'm loving the way this looks. And what we'll do is actually we'll color them in, but we're gonna give them some little highlights on the inside. So 2 little empty circles on 2 opposite corners. Okay, so I did these 2 and I did it just like that. Perfect. And then all we gotta do is just color them in.
Oh no, what do I do?
Oh, for that, that's okay. So what's great about this, like if you have acrylic paint, like Posca paint markers, you can always put a white paint marker on top of it. So if you want to, you can kind of make the side bigger in black and just fill out the whole thing. We can do that as well. And you know what? Since you're doing it, I'll do it too. Okay, I'll actually just color my entire eye black. So just like that.
Okay.
And I'll do the same thing over here. So I'm gonna mimic you, okay?
Okay.
And if you feel like you need it bigger, right, I'm just gonna keep adding to the outline. So you had big eyes, I'm now adding big eyes. Just like that. Yeah, look at that. Now this is looking better, right?
Yeah.
Easy fix. And again, with little touch-up paint or white gel pens or something like that, we can go ahead and add those in. Ooh, I love that you added eyelashes. I think that's great. I think that's perfect. I won't add mine, but I'm assuming it's a girl tree. Yeah. Is that what you got? Then I'll make mine a boy tree. Not that I can tell the difference between a female tree and a boy tree, I guess, without eyes on them, you know what I mean? But hey, that's all good. I'm thinking we'll add a smile, right? Since it's a happy Christmas monster tree. Okay, so we'll do that. And then we will go ahead and kind of make like this wide U, because he's extra excited, this monster, because it's Christmas time.
He's getting a friend.
He's getting a friend. Oh, I love it. I'm going to add these 2 little C's on both sides, just to kind of make it look like it's the tree's cheeks that are really happy. Yeah. And then I'm going to add some teeth in the middle by simply just kind of following like this curve. So that'll give me a nice row of teeth. Ooh, I like your big teeth.
Thank you.
They look really nice. And I think I'm going to put a tongue on the bottom, just like that. I'm going to leave this blank because when I color it in, I can make it like a pink, or I can make it like a purple, or whatever inside mouth color that you like. Okay. And I think we're missing a couple things here, besides the star, obviously. What else might we be missing, kiddo?
The lights and the ornaments.
Ooh, I like lights and ornaments. Okay, so let's go ahead, let's add some lights. I'm gonna do some festive lights by just kind of adding some like wiggle shapes and then adding little circles to the ends of them. So these will be part of my lights. Good. I'm gonna do it to the bottom, except I'm gonna just kind of curve it all the way across so it looks almost like a belt, you know?
Yeah.
So my Christmas tree wears a belt out of lights.
A light belt.
A light belt, yes. I love it. I love it. I'm gonna keep adding these. Ooh, I like your shapes for yours.
Thank you.
And then I'm thinking we need something closer to the middle, so I'm just gonna kind of do some squiggles on both of these sides. I'm not gonna actually connect them across the face because I feel like that would be weird to cover up our tree's eyes.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna leave a little gap and then add a light or 2. Okay. Nice. And then and then for the ornaments, I think you kind of hang them off, right? Ornaments normally have like that rectangle, and then they have like the bulb, right?
Oh yeah.
On the other side. So I'll just kind of add those. I'll kind of do this little string, little rectangle or square, and then put a bulb on the outside. So I'm going to kind of do that throughout. Okay, so now that we have that, I'm thinking I'm gonna add one more thing to this, Milania, okay? I'm gonna add a hand, because right now this tree's inside this box, but this top is over here floating. I'm gonna draw a hand, and I think what's really cool is that trees have tree branches, and so we can use a tree branch for a hand. So I'm just gonna kind of make just a wonky shape, kind of like that. I kind of like just put it wherever, right? Because tree branches kind of just go wherever they go. And I can kind of turn this into fingers by pointing this out. Like I kind of closed off this shape, and then I can kind of follow that exact same kind of route or that pathway that I just made. Good. And I think what would be kind of cool is if we kind of hang some lights off of this too. So I'm going to kind of make it like a spider web going like this, and I'm just going to add little circles and little bulbs on the ends of that. And then we could also probably hang an ornament off of this tree branch. I don't know how that works, but you know what? I think it'd be really cool to look at.
It works today.
It definitely works today. It's almost Christmas, so I'm super excited. So this is very festive, okay? And I think that's where we're gonna leave it. Because again, we're gonna use our alcohol markers to color in a star shape, and then we can kind of go over the outside with this black marker, okay? But you guys at home, you can either begin to color your Christmas tree monsters now, or you can wait till after the time lapse of us coloring so that you can figure out what kind of colors you want to do, okay? So without further ado, here goes the time lapse. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We have finished up our Christmas tree monsters, or our cute Christmas tree monsters, I guess, right? And I love the way your present turned out. It looks really cool, and I'm like excited to see what yours turned out to look like. And I've got mine with like the big box top, and it's a little janky, but we're gonna find out what's going on inside.
I really like the gold and the green. They match together really nice.
Thank you, thank you. I was really struggling to figure out what color combo I wanted. I was trying to stay away from candy canes since you talked about candy canes. So I was like, I'm gonna try to find something else. So I kind of went with a green and gold combo. Okay, so without further ado, we're gonna reveal our Christmas tree monsters in 3, 2, 1. Hey, they came out really good. I love the way that you shaded on the bottom over here, and you definitely got like some shadow coming off to the sides. She looks adorable. I love her.
Thanks. I like yours because it's like a bushy type, and I really like the colors that you choose.
Thank you. I was trying to get darker over here because I've got a big beard, and I was like, maybe this could be the tree's beard. So that's what I was thinking. Boys and girls, if you guys have an art piece that you drew from us today, and you would love to submit it, please submit it into the email in the description down below. And please remember to join us tomorrow as we continue counting down the 12 days of Christmas by creating more Christmas art. In tomorrow's episode, we'll be creating ornaments using watercolor paint. So we can't wait to see you there. You guys have a good one. Take care. Bye-bye.